Wow, welcome. It's the third episode of Izigigaba News. And Pazami, third episode of Izigigaba News. Now you're starting to really now. Imagine this in your mouth. Imagine this. Wow, thank you so much, guys. The support to say has been so amazing. In less than 2 weeks, Seslande Ranguoku subscriptions. Subscribers, yeah. Zethu ngoku zifike kwiwaka 1,000 or 1K subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Keep on supporting us, keep on following us. This is an update nathi kwi social media, kwi platforms zethu zonke nje ukuba manisilandele phi what we've got, and make sure xa ungenayo pha you click kuthiwa uklika ikhona the social media platform below ezawuxelela about now we online yonke laa nto mani technological, guys. But yeah, san update wekokoko Izigigaba News on YouTube usifumana khona because we give it to you just the way you like it. And if you think the second episode was dope, woo, you don't know what's coming for you this week with Izigigaba Zaleveki. Izigigaba Zaleveki. Talking about this Gigaba Zaleveki. Come join this Gigaba Zaleveki.
Ace Mahashula is happy about his meeting with former President Jacob Zuma. JSE concludes interviews for High Court judges. Norma Gigaba won't appear in the State Capture Commission. Minister of Health Zweli Mkhize suspends the rollout of Johnson & Johnson vaccine after it was said to cause blood clots in some patients. Eskom announces the unexpected load shedding. ANC NEC elects NYTT.
Wow, Izigigaba Zaleveki. You know, zinitsi ndo zenzekayo kaloku. Ezimnandi nezimbi nezitheni nawo sifumana apha ke kwizigigaba zeveki. Wow, usisi Mama Xhosa abaphezi. Like abaphezi, they just cannot do it enough. Dala celebrate usisi Mama Xhosa sikayeki nangoku. Wow, dine chicken bums, guys. Another Eastern Cape finest. Sisi walapha eKubakoloni, usisi waseKomani wenze another history. Waphumelela uMiss Bachelorette. Kayakazi. I did my best, Kayakazi. I did my best, Kayakazi. And even okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome 2021 Miss Bachelorette. I got it, yeah! One day is one day. Now that you interview away.
For MC
okay,
Miss Bachelorette. I think your problem yabantu abaninzi is because you find that kwamanye amagama
that's my challenge.
Once abenalathi uye ungayazi noba ndiyambiza
okay, siyambiza. If you look at guys, Miss Bachelorette lathi uyambiza uyavakala, not losing the T. So yeah sifundile siyabona. Okay, congratulations okokuqala. Wow. And I think for many of us abakwaziyo usothusile sabona ukhayakazi engenela unokuthi we always knew thina you're capable of doing that, but nguwe lo uhlelele ndoni.
I know. And cool. Well, I mean, ungatsho uthi in the past ndim unobangela, but ngo-2002 ndandike namngenela uMiss Mhlobo wena. Yeah, 2002. Of course, you mustn't know everything about someone. But in 2002, I was one of the 12 finalists in Gamesu Mhlobo Wenene, and then I made it to a top 5. That was the only and the last competition I entered. I'm like, maybe it's not for me. I need to focus on other things. So one of the
please go on.
Well, I mean, I'll wait. If ever you want me to go on, you let me know. But there were reasons why I didn't enter beauty pageants. As someone you know me, I am so short. So if beauty pageants is so I'm short. And then as it progressed, age was against me.
I don't know, you were giving up and then working.
My line of work is radio, of course. So in I had interviews with Limpopo Incubator. It's Limpopo Jewelry Incubator. I had an interview with them a long time ago about something else, right? And then by involved nabo kule pageant bona ngaba design a crown, ne? Sisithaba ne ngaba design the crown. So kuba ndandikhe communicator nomntu wapha Limpopo Jewelry Incubator, they then called me and said, hey, we've got this initiative esiyenzayo. I feel that it's something that is interesting that we can let people know about, because it is also our first time to send a crown. So we had the conversation, and then they told me that they are doing a crown for Miss Bachelorette. So naturally, because I am someone who wants to know more about things that I'm going to talk about, I did my research. And then when I did my research and found out about the requirements, who can enter, and what the competition is about, maybe. Because it's a competition that allows women about 25 up to 50. It doesn't matter unomntana okanye awunaye umfutshane, umhlophe, untsundu, it doesn't matter. So I was like, kayak, let me try this, because it has always been my fear. And I think after I saw how I sabotaged myself. Because I was still someone ngela xesha ongekho confident ngesiqu sakhe. And I felt that if I answered that question with so much confidence,
until 2019,
oh yes, 2002 until 2019, they're like, it is
yeah, amazing, guys.
Yeah, I'm a perfect example.
There are so many women
yeah,
out there abavalelwa amathuba because of mhlawumbi i-shape zabo, because of isithomo sabo kule nto uyithethayo. I-pageant ezile hlobo ezifana nalena khayekazi zenza ntoni kuwe emotionally?
You go in ungilamntweni unala ngcinga yento yoba ndizawuya, but I mean I know i-pageants ezinjani na, ne? Ufike pha ubone nanku umuntu omde oslim omhle o10 uzigqibele ngokwakho ba yazi siyakhapha ayikho lento esiyibizelayo. But then again, the minute you get there, you see women of different shapes, women of different sizes. And I think what we all had, or the majority of us, what we all had the first day, or I think it was a weekend. Otherwise, because I was actually the oldest and most probably the shortest of the group. But what I saw as time progressed, confidence, why not? Because I think my personal struggle is I didn't know how to balance confidence and arrogance. I never want to cross the line where you go over now arrogance, like, well, I mean, I'm going to take this, I'm sure, and. But at the same time, there's a danger in not being sure in what you are capable of and what you can do, because you're going to come across as this shrinking violet, and because I was tembanga. I feel personally, what the competition gave me was the knowledge and we all deserve to be here. All 16 of us, because we were 16 finalists when we started. We all deserve to be here, all 16 of us. And all I'm going to do is that I'm going to give it my best shot without even competing with somebody else. I'm just competing with myself. Therefore, it is going to be important for me to
Always been
put
support
my best
from
foot forward and see what
happens. Your friends and everyone abakwaziyo nje.
Guys. It was unbelievable. It was amazing. And one of the friends I'm support
You've always been behind the scenes.
So I saw my friends really rallying behind me and ensuring it ndiyavotelwa bayavota and nezitshomi zabo neefamily zabo, to a point where, remember ukuthi this process ithathe 2 years ngenxa ye-COVID. It was supposed to be a year, so ithathe 2 years. Bese likhona ixesha uqonde le ndlela iya kunobuhle kunini ngoko hayibo. And then when you feel ngathi discouraged unayo into engathi hayi ndifuna uyeka ngoku, every time I would feel that way, then on the hey, I've been asking people to vote for me. Kudala ndibona abantu becela abantu bama bandivotele inkxaso yonke. I've done interviews. I've done an interview emhlobweni, and I've done an interview at True FM. I've done local radio stations nazo eQueenstown, eMdantsane. They've supported me. So xa ndisithi ngoku hayi ndiyaphelelwa ndiyayeka then. But going back to your question, the support, I'm like, not just ukuvota, because one of the things we had to do a charity event. So I decided to do a charity event ekhaya eSibeleni. Apho bendicela ke ukunina zitshomi zami nindinike imali, izihlangu, yonke lanto. And when I saw that charity event come together, ndanendithi, you know what, I can continue with this thing, because xa ungengo mafa osemehlweni abantu, ungengolulu osemehlweni abantu, uye ungazithembi uqonde hayi mana abantu bazandixhasa ngemali zabo ngesihlangu xa bendikhathalele ngantoni. But I was so shocked.
Uthatha lento ke yoba iqhubeke ngexesha le-pandemic, how has been i-journey, the challenges kuyo yonke lento because of the pandemic?
The challenges were quite immense because le competition ayingona obuhle into bana funa siqondobe ngoba busuku bokugqibela. There are things efuneka uzenzile, like raising funds. Yeah. So now raising funds at a time when companies are not doing well financially. Akukho lula into abana bakunika imali for a beauty pageant, right? And also abantu bafuna ngalalasna, and also events that you want to do, because there were limited numbers of people that can actually attend your event. You'd find that as new contestants khazikwazi ukuba ne-events ezinkulu ngolu hlobo bebefuna ngalo, because i-COVID stipulated, or COVID regulations stipulated ubana uzokwazi ubana abantu abaninzi. And also nje emotionally ibinto nje unengxaki ze-COVID nje ezizezakho, ufuna ukucinge ngalento, you are just uncertain ba izawuthi iqhubeke okanye izoqhubekeka. And then ke ngoba busuku bokugqibela iifamily zethu neetshomi zethu khazikwazi uyosibukela because bezingavumelekanga, kuye kwanyanzeleka inani.
What can you define as your Izigigaba moment, whether into enhle, whether into embi, whether into horrific nobinjani na yakhe yenzeke ebomini bakho ongafuni okanye kunzima bangayilibali?
I always say to my friends, and even on social media, the one thing that I always talk about is my financial struggles and my financial decisions when I started working. So one of the things that one of the biggest mistakes that I've made in my life as umntu osebenzayo was not to plan my finances. My first car was a convertible.
You have arrived.
I have arrived. I am happening.
Yes.
Chonga, I mean, come on. Without taking into consideration in the Gogobana, if I can afford an installment it doesn't mean I'll be able to afford maintenance, and if ever the particularly tire and all these things. So the one thing that I've struggled with in my adult life, particularly in my 30s, was handling my finances. So that is the message I always tell abantwana abasanda uphangela, because I think as women as well, we are raised in a space ethi kukhona inhloko yekhaya, therefore i-finances indima kamafa, wena nje uyintamo yelikhaya ujika inhloko. But reality is that izinto zitshintshile ngoba sizinhloko thina kuqala zamakhaya. So asinayo that financial management, that financial awareness. So I feel I would like anyone who knows me or who has come across me, ayazi into yokubana it doesn't matter noba pay 2 cents, you need to plan. Financial planning is important because it has really set me back. I struggled in my 30s. It's only now I'm getting a breather. I'm like, who I understand.
Okay. Besides that, if mhlawumbe kunothiwa kuyela kwi-20s zakho, into nombulo oyilungisa okanye itshintshe ngaphandle kwale finances?
My 20s, what would I fix in my 20s? I think I would have trusted myself more, and also everything that I learn, there's a sponge because what I've found information is that Paraguay 20s we were taught these things, but because you didn't take it into seriously, you just buy information and then when you move forward in life, dots they always connect. So it is important for each and every experience that you go through ube present kuyo, uyazi into yobana even if awuzoyisebenzisa namhlanje, rest assured in 10 years to come you are going to use this information. I wish I had trusted myself more, but other than that, I wouldn't change my 20s for anything. I wouldn't go back. I don't want to go back, but I wouldn't change my 20s at all.
Okay, thank you so much, Leklashalako. Thank you so much for being in motivation at the show. Thank you so much, Dr. Show. Kumanina banis kubantwana basezilalini bebelahla ithemba, but ngaleto yezileyo we have given them hope, kwakhona we have inspired abantu abaninzi. Even nami inspired, okay, ingathi ngizawungenela noba yintoni next day. Noba yintoni okay, noba yintoni, noba ngumiste otshadileyo, abatshadileyo mhlawumbe. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best. Keep on shining. I like it. Man, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. After this tantalizingly, motivatingly interview, right now, I feel like this. You know, or do you have that cousin or a friend? That cousin, man, if una kwenza izinto right, or maybe should I say, if una kwenziwe izinto right. This week, I listened to Chief Justice being that cousin. Take a Mamela to this.
And while the JSC program was running, my office got a call from the office of Minister Pravin Gordhan seeking an appointment with me. And I was a bit surprised. We had never met except at the meeting of the heads of the arms of the state, where he had to brief us as Minister of Finance regarding the true state of the fiscus at the time, so that we embark on the cost-cutting measures that you might be aware we tried to introduce afterwards. He came, I took a break from the JSC proceedings, and I really don't know what the purpose of the meeting was. I don't have a clear recollection. I think there was something about the tax ombuds, but what stuck to my mind and left me puzzled was the following. He asked me a question. He said, how did my friend Diapile perform? And we had just caused the spokespersons to announce the results, and I told him, because it was public knowledge, that you did not make it. And the thing has stayed with me. It got renewed. As Honorable Sim read the question to you, as Honorable Malema engaged you, I said, why did the Honorable Minister make an effort to meet me? We are not friends. I don't know him from anywhere except from television. Why did he make a trip? Seek an audience with me just to ask me, how did my friend Diapile perform?
Izigigaba zale veki, you know, enye into evele yanibulala kule veki okanye ke yantyhafisa. Zininzi mani izinto eziwisa umoya. Bendicinga ntoni? No manaya. Ezinye izinto ziyawisa umoya. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like uJuju uwisile umoya wami kule veki kula JSC interview. That's not the kind of Juju. He was too serious. He was too diplomatic. No, Juju, that was not you. Please bring back Malema. Bring back Malema. Bring back Malema. Bring back Malema.
This is just a comment, Chief Justice, because I'm going to raise this point when we meet.
I was hoping you were not going to go there, Honorable Malema.
This is just a comment because I'm going to raise it and I don't want to be accused of being unfair to you. And you will comment if you want to. I'm going to argue that you are condescending and you treat juniors as kids.
Now go Juju and Maziyo, the real deal, the real Juju, the Juju I know.
And I'm not going to be pretentious and say, it's not taking us forward, you and us. No, there's no us. There's no us. We are fighting to have us. As things stand now, and it's not Malema's problem, it's an apartheid colonialist problem. They divided us.
Yeah, right, and no, Lesotho Sam, you so judgmental of Lesotho abanye benu, they've never been to Lesotho abanye, even to the Free State, but yeah, you have something to say about Lesotho Sam. Okay, it's fun. Kutla runa uririni ka Sesotho saka mara ke a tsiba nna Basotho bangrata mna kosi tabeng tsa Basotho. I'm talking about Lesotho this week. Hey, itaima city ingunyana wasequnu, ingunyana kusapho lakwaMadiba, and yay xa umjonga kuMadiba ehleli, excuse my pun, ingathi uMadiba ubuyile. Well, nakwezicacisa guys, esithi yena uhlwa koqunu. Maybe nzani translate about it if ngiyafuna. Sheba mo.
Pila lenyo go ya dago qunu gore net fela le no hata mabara.
Yeah, kore ke entle ke fitla bontate.
Yeah. O go le na pila le ba Mandela 99.
Ntate wa ka. Ba tswala ntlo. Ntate wa ka tswala go ntlo nyenyane.
Yeah.
Matiwe wala so la so bulele.
So.
Ya nga so bulele fana ke tsebe petile.
Hona go qunu kwa.
Yeah. Tsale tsona mo gauteng.
So didn't error Madiba ko ntlong ya gae o ile a tswela go ntle a ira
a mo ke sa tsebeng gore ntate wa ka ke bana ba motho le Madiba ntate kwa ntlong nyenyane a tsebe gore na jwang mo.
Oh, ntate ko ntlong nyenyane
na hloka le mara ntho nga e botsana no.
Okay. So lena ntho le tlhokang fela gore le go qunu kwa le no gata le gate mabana.
Lo batla di blessings.
Yeah.
Ba di fumana ke seng hlomo ke bothola.
So.
Ya ke somo. le nako me ya re ke ile court Felix Ntabo mo le court and magistrate ya kena ra ema ka maoto a dula fatshe before bula mlung a re ke de wela le Mandela le tinga ba mo court but why is
But you know, Tumbukele Numjongile and many of us, but yes, go kwenene uyafana no Madiba, but into ayilekishileyo ivoice mantata. Ivoice le is so not convincing. But okay, let me translate for you. Uti xa ichaza utata uMadiba. Okay, uMadiba. Uti utata unguwendli ncinci kwaMadiba. Wafika apha hlala khona ngoku ngo-1971 esuka eSasolburg. Uthi ke umnqweno wakhe kukuya equnu ukuze abe nentsikelelo. Angazithatha egeyitini intsikelelo ngathi kwa-8. Ufuna ungena phakathi yena kwaMadiba angazithatha egeyitini. Asikaze egeyitini intsikelelo zakwaMadiba please. Asifumane 8 egeyitini. Uthi ke ngenye imini wakhe waye court. Umanji was such a groupie. What? Sibulela nobukho bakho Madiba. Kwango 2016 ke ngoku uthi kodwa sibulela nobukho bakho Madiba. Come on Manji. Madiba wasweleka ngo-2013. Yeah, guys, I'm missing out this weekend, the 17th. Wow. Actually said, Uputsizwe Kupelo, you know, the spokesperson, yeah, yenayetu Hotman. The spokesperson sakwa health. Yo, uyavusa uwisa inkomo, engako yona inkomo, guys. Wow. Abantu abapha. I know the Minister Stella Sigcawu uzabe pha, the new MEC yakwa health apha ephondweni umama uMath upha, okanye my former colleague, my mentor ukumgani uzabe pha, Patrick Darling yebo xhasha 12 o'clock bazabe belapha, and I'm missing out kulo ngomo leyo. Yeah, not feeling good talking about lo gig yenkomo. Masukuphathele negiga aleviki. Ngoku masukuphathele igiga iphuma phi news. Uzogi. Yeah, the pandit Why? Okay, you know, that's me, the pandit being with Umluleki Ntsabo. Yes, you know, kakambin, ungabu sengapha kwamasinga.
Otherwise, you good?
I'm good, and I'm so happy. I'm over the moon. Yeah.
Okay. Why are you over the moon?
No, my day was not good earlier on because the neighbors were making a lot of noise in Pembe, like saying, we draw. Boom, wabetu 5 yen. 4-1. Okay, let's analyze.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the game itself. What is your take?
Sundowns was just all over the place, and then Parades started like a fire on house. and then they were bit promising they got to the game, and there were so many hopes from the Mayfairs that we are in the game, especially when after they equalized with that lucky goal that they got there, because it was just a snap of a chance, because the Sundowns, the defense, were just they took a nap. You know that there's that thing in a game, but you feel tired because they've been playing AFCON and they've been beating everyone, so they took a slight nap. And then that's when the Orlando Pirates caught that dead Mpundla.
But okay, so I'm trying to surmise. I'm trying to get what you are saying, but it's fine. We can continue. It's okay.
Yeah.
So why are you? Okay, why are you so happy? But you are not a Sundowns fan. Why are you happy?
But they beat Pirates. I should be happy. But it's fine. Going back to the game as a pundit now, not as a fan. Not being
as a pundit. It's called pundit.
Yeah, that thing. And they got into the game, and it's like when they scored the goal, it's like they were stepping now on the tail of the snake. And then now, yo. And you see, when you start trapping on the tail of the snake, you know most that the next thing the snake will do is to turn the head around, and you'd like, pop, 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 pop. And this is what Sundowns did. And then after that, like Pirates was literally a ghost, and they got to be the ghost that they are, and they were nowhere to be found. And I'm telling you, like Sundowns was knocking on all ceilings. Everything that they were seeing, they were like throwing every ball, everything that they have got in them, and they threw it all the way to Orlando Pirates. And that's when Orlando Pirates couldn't even catch where Sundowns was. It's like they were chasing the shadows of Sundowns, looking where the Brazilians at, like not in the party.
Okay, so the snake does what?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, when you do that, this is what they did. Like stomp straight on the tail snake, like the thing you do. It turns its head and it puff. That's what it did. That's what Sundowns did, and they puff them. And even their Zorro man was like seeing blanks there. There was this one goal. The Zorro man is standing there, and they kick the ball. The ball hits the ball. How? This Zorro people for Orlando Pirates should be taking a selfie mode. If he's standing there and watch a goal like that, didn't see what Kuna did, watching a goal like that. I mean, I watched that one. This guy should be flying. I mean, he's all he thinks about is that Zorro thing.
Okay, I'm afraid that's all, folks. That's all we have today. Sundowns are playing Kaiser Chiefs. So will you be able to say it the way?
When are we playing? When are we playing?
There's the next picture. It's not far off. It's not far off.
No. The thing about us, and now you'll be talking a real game, because you've got these two powerhouses of South African football, both of them in the quarterfinals of the CAF. So that's when we're gonna watch the real and beautiful football, like what I'm talking about, like toe to toe, a game that I'm expecting, and I'm expecting Sundowns to give to Kaiser Chiefs, but how Kaiser Chiefs is gonna give back is gonna be the determination and the pure illusion into the outcomes of that game, when the two giants, the real two giants of South African football, the only two teams who are now playing in the very big league of the African continent, the two teams, because this game, what is going to test is going to test when these two teams meet again in the final of the CAF Cup. Like I'm forgetting, because now what Sundowns showed was showing that Pirates, you're not in our league, and Kaizer Chiefs, because Kaizer Chiefs had shown you and beat you with that Signora from our top striker, Norgovic. So Sundowns was actually implementing, putting a name that you Pirates, you are young because you are playing in the Confederations. Surely you're gonna get us soon. Another jam-packed episode of Izigigaba News. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscription. Kulula ke free when you subscribe. I know nina dagi when you take a subscription, you're thinking about money. No, it's easy. Please, when you get to YouTube, check for Izigigaba News and make sure we are up with notifications so that every time we're online, every time we're throwing something, any Izigigaba, it's like notifier. Why, yes, we're online. You know it. We give it to you just the way you like it. Imagine it. Imagine it in your mouth.